Hi guys, welcome back to our mental health matters. So in today's video, I am going to be talking about our children's mental health. This topic is very, very dear to me, and I've seen so many different examples that has made me to actually come on here today and talk about this topic. So the question is, are parents damaging their children's mental health? The answer is yes. I'm sorry to say, but the answer is yes. A lot of the time, the way children are meant to grow up in a stable environment. Children are meant to be loved. They are meant to, see good example of love from their family, from their parents. They are meant to be loved, shielded, nurtured into a full-grown adult. But unfortunately, a lot of parents are not doing that. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know who to blame for this, but this is the reality. A lot of children are being exposed to so many abuse. A lot of children are being exposed to so many difficult, challenging situations by their parents, by the people that are supposed to love them. This is quite unfortunate because a lot of us talk about a change. We want our country to change. We want Nigeria to change. We want our society, our community, to change. This big change, everybody talks about it. But this change starts with you and I. This change starts with you as a parent, because the change that we're talking about are our children. They are the leaders of tomorrow. They are the change. They are the next generation. But we are damaging our children by ourselves. What is going on, parents? What is going on, mothers and dads? What is going on? We need to shield our children from all this abuse. We need to shield them from all this neglect. We need to shield them from all these adverse experiences that children are going through. And unfortunately, it's the parents that put their children through this. First of all, let me start with the comparison that parents do. Parents compare their children so much. They compare their children with every other person but themselves. You need to compare your child with who your child was yesterday, last year, last 2 months. That's the comparison. That's a healthy comparison. Don't compare your children with your friends' children, with your neighbor's children, with the child in the school. I hear a lot of parents say, oh, my child is not reading, my child is not good in maths, it's not good in this, but my friend's child is doing algebra from the age of 2. Yes, thank you very much. I hear you. I hear you. Your child is not reading, but your friend's child at the age of 5 is reading a whole novel. Well done to them. Well done. Every child has this uniqueness about them. Every child has this talent inside of them. If you keep comparing your children with every other child, with every other person, how will you ever nurture their own talent? Because you can't even see it. Unfortunately, you can't see it because you keep looking at every other child but your own child. You keep looking at what every other child is achieving but your own child. Your child is not doing algebra from when he was in the stomach. So bloody what? Your child is not reading a whole book. So bloody what? But your child at the age of 4 can comprehend. Your child can look at pictures in a book and make a whole story out of it. Your child, you can talk to your child about something and your child will memorize every single conversation and give it back to you. But you're not seeing that talent. You're not nurturing it because you're comparing it to another child. That child that is reading a whole book. You don't know people's experiences. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know this child that is probably reading. That book has been read to that child for 1,000,001 times. But you're comparing your child that you probably don't even sit down to read to this child. You're comparing it with the other child. Parents, it's high time we started looking inward. It's high time you started affirming your children. They need that affirmation from you. They need that love from you. They need you to pronounce it. They need you to say it. I love you. You are beautiful. You are handsome. Because whatever you show them is what they will grow up with. Whatever you show them is what they will grow up with. Abuse in the family, domestic violence. How are you shielding your children from all of this? Are you shielding them from all of this? Because I promise you, that thing you hate, your child will grow up to become that thing. Your child will grow up to become abusive, to become violent, because that's what they know. Because that's what you've taught them. Just pray that when they grow up, that violence is not perpetrated towards you by your own child. Because you've shown them all their life that the way to handle anger, the way to handle challenging situations is by being violent, is by being abusive. That's all they've seen. Domestic violence between the mom and the dad, screaming, shouting, fighting. This is what the child knows. They don't know otherwise. How do you think this child will grow up to become a better citizen? These children, they will grow up and either become abusers themselves or they become abused. We need to start shielding our children from all this abuse. We need to start prioritizing well. Set your priorities right, parents. Set it right. Your children are the most important assets that you have. And you need to start prioritizing very well. Okay, I had it's a parent at school telling her child, calling her own child Ode. Ode, Ode in our language, it means someone help me. You can put it in the comment section if you know what Ode means. And don't forget to subscribe. If this video is actually making sense to you, please subscribe and share this video. Ode in my country, it means like someone who is stupid, someone who is dumb, someone who is, not clever, something like that. That's what it means. If you as a parent is calling your child Ode, what are the chances of this child ever being anything better than what you've called them? You've pronounced it. You've said it to your child. What are the chances of this child even making an effort? A parent came to school to pick up your child. The teacher told you something about the child, maybe not doing well or whatever, and you think the right way to tackle it is to call your own child Ode. If your child is Ode, you're the bigger Ode, because everything your children learn, they learn it from you. Initially, the learning starts from home. Charity begins at home. That's what they say. The learning starts from home, and everything your child knows started from you. So if your child is Ode, you're the bigger Ode. Let's start being positive towards our children. You don't have to always be negative. It doesn't always have to be talking a child down. Compliment your children. Compliment them. Every so often, give them a hug, give them a kiss, show them that warmness between your husband and yourself, husband and wives in the family. Your children need to see what love is about. Give your wife a kiss, give your wife a peck. They need to see the proper way of loving, the proper way of relationship, the proper way of building a home. If not, these children will grow up as an adult that become abusers. They will abuse or they will be abused because they can't tell the difference. They don't know what real love is about. Some people will come in my comment section and tell me, oh, I went through this and I survived. I went through it, I'm normal, whatever normal means. I went through it, I was abused, I was abused, I was probably, you were hit by your parents and you turned out okay. Take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself. Are you okay? Are you normal? Are you normal? People go with the narrative, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Dun, 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 dun. Whatever that song is, I don't know how to sing it. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. One thing about trauma, one thing about abuse, it doesn't always make you stronger as a whole. It can make you strong in some aspects, and it will definitely damage some aspect of you. So I hope you are able to strike a balance, because if the damage is more than the strength that the abuse or the trauma you've gone through has given you, you are completely a mess. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, or it messes with your mental health. It messes with your mind. It messes with your mental health. It leaves you paranoid. It leaves you angry. It leaves you sad. It leaves you irritable. It leaves you questioning reality. It leaves you with trust issues. It leaves you being defensive. Don't tell me you turned that okay. You didn't. A lot of adults needs to do some healing. Go to therapy if you need to. Go to counseling. Heal, man. Heal, guys. Heal if you need to. Or else you will bleed on people that didn't cut you. You will bleed on your loved ones, on your children, on your husbands, on your wives, people that you're supposed to love. You will bleed on them and you will damage them. Do you understand what it takes for these kids? They grow up with all this baggage, and in their head, they are fighting a battle that nobody sees, because they are trying to fight all of this abuse, all this trauma that they are carrying. If you need to heal, go and heal. Do whatever you need to do to protect those children. Those children that are leaders of tomorrow. You need to protect those children. A lot of damage is being done on children, and it's by people that are supposed to love them, by their parents. You say so many nasty things to your children, your attitude towards them. They see domestic violence is like a second nature to them. What do you think they will grow up to be? What? Come on, guys, it's time for reflection. Don't tell me you turned that okay, because you've got so many baggage that you're trying to heal, that you're trying to take care of. There's so many baggage. You need to protect your loved ones. I'm sorry to say, but a lot of the time marriages don't work out. And yes, you have to split up. But a lot of the time when people split up, they focus on the wrong things. You're trying to prove to your ex that you've moved on. You've moved on. Okay, you are now what? Calivanting, chasing men up and down or chasing women up and down. And you forget the most important thing, that your children are the most important thing. You are looking for love in the wrong places. Your children are the ones that will give you unconditional love. Yes, they might not be around forever, but there is nothing as important as so knowing that someone cherishes you, even though you don't see them on a regular, but they cherish you. They have you here. They have you here, rather than spending your life with someone that doesn't care, someone that doesn't even care if you exist, if you are there or not. Your children are the only unconditional love you would have. And it's high time as parents we started sticking up for them. We started protecting them, start shielding them. Some people might say, oh, but it's okay for children to see their parents arguing. Healthy argument is good. Is good. It's good for children to see that you can have an argument, you can have a misunderstanding, and you can settle it amicably. Healthy argument is good. It's good for your children to see it, but not when you are killing each other, basbos everywhere. Come on. It's time to start protecting your kids. It's time to start looking after those children that God has blessed you with. If not, honestly, you will live to regret it. Karma, they say, is a bitch, and I believe in it. Karma comes biting you in the backside when you least expect it. It does come. Focus on your children and give them the best life you can ever give them. Anyway, until my next video, keep living life, keep enjoying life, and keep loving yourselves. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please click that subscribe button. Also click the notification bell so that when I upload, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Okay, guys, until my next video, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Mwah.